Hey there, I'm Ashley, and this is New Day with Ashley. If you're looking for inspiration to make a difference and create lasting impact, then you're in the right place. Get ready to be encouraged by the stories of my guests who have taken risks, overcome challenges, and created opportunities. It's time to make the most of your new day. The recipe is pure magic with an extra scoop of sprinkles. Today's guest, Kayla Houchin, owner of Sonder Bakehouse, has been baking up magic since she was a little girl. When you dream big, dare to be bold, and live a story that you would want to tell, your passion becomes reality.
It's so funny, like the day that kind of everything changed, but I looked at this huge house, this huge big yellow house. That had all these ideas in my head. It was also 100 years old. Like, it would have been probably a horrible decision to buy that. Like there's everything would have needed to be redone.
Right.
And at the time I was
code.
like, this is the coolest idea. Like, it would have been the worst idea.
Yeah.
And then later that day I went to, an empty lot after looking at that. And then, everything kind of changed. So then I ended up getting to design it, which, I would have never fathomed ever. And just having the opportunity to do that. But right away, I didn't know if I was even going to have a store.
Okay.
But I had all this space. I was like, I have to have a little storefront. But I didn't know what that'd look like. But I was like, sure, we'll do a little store.
Because you were also like substitute teaching?
Yeah, I had a teaching degree. So that's
Okay.
what I went to NDSU for.
Okay.
And I really loved teaching. I taught family and consumer sciences for a year, high school students, and then I taught elementary PE for 2.5 years.
So you're doing those jobs, plus you're doing a lot of baking.
Yeah.
Because I remember when we met, it was like you weren't sleeping. You're like, well, I got to do this
Well,
during the
some
day,
things
so now
don't change a ton.
I'll be here until 3 a.m. I'm like, oh my goodness, okay.
Yeah. My schedule's really... it's interesting. I don't know what to say about it. People are always like, when my friends say, what are you doing this weekend? I just look at them. I'm like, well, I'm working. I'm just working all weekend.
All weekend,
like
yes.
it's, I love to work, and it's just such a big part of me. My identity really is in what not all of it or anything, but a big part of my identity is in what I do and how I can serve others. So, it doesn't feel like work half the time, maybe.
Yeah.
But that I was teaching for only part-time.
Okay.
So I was kind of teaching part-time for a couple of years, 2.5 years, and then baking full-time.
Okay.
But it worked. I was only in the gym for like 3 hours a day.
And so what was that? Because you kind of mentioned it, like then this opportunity came. So what was like that pivotal point that was like, this is happening?
Oh, kind of when COVID hit, I started to struggle with what I wanted to do. I was really feeling kind of lost, which usually is not like me. Because for a while I was like, I'm just going to pack up my bags and move to Alaska.
Yeah.
When COVID hit, I spent about 6 weeks up there with my family. And it's just my favorite place to be.
Yeah. I got to go there last year, and it was amazing. Yeah.
Yes. Do you want to go back?
I do. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So
you come
just really kind of, I think, trusting God at the end of the day and really praying a lot for like 4 months or so there. And then it was so hard. I called the principal at school at Oak Grove, and I said I wasn't coming back. I said I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I wasn't coming back. And I was just crying so much. I was kind of devastated, but I just felt like I needed to let go of that. And 10 days after that, I signed a contract to build.
Wow.
Meanwhile, I had no idea that was going to happen at all. I think things just always work out down the road, right? And the dots connect.
Yeah.
But it was crazy.
So you said
but if I wouldn't have let it go of that, I don't know, would that have happened?
Wow.
Because I was like, well, I still have some baking orders. I can sub every day, like to to work if I need to, because I didn't know what was going on.
Right.
And then Yeah.
And you're teaching gym class, and
Yeah.
you're teaching.
I did two very different things, but I loved it, and I loved the variety of it, and just, all the kids, and I see a lot of them come into the bakehouse, and a couple of them had birthday parties there, former students of mine. So I just think that's really cool.
I think that's neat how you could say no to something that would be a bigger yes eventually then.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
It was hard, though, and like I said, I was thinking about it for like 4 months. And it was hard because I didn't know, but then, you can't control everything.
Yeah.
Just control what you can and just...
And see what happens.
and trust.
So what's some of the best advice that you've been given, maybe in starting your own business?
Oh, my gosh. One of my friends, I always think of this first, but he used to always say, be all in, be about it. Like if you're going to do something, put your full effort into it and just, commit.
Sure.
And I just really, truly believe that, and I think I've already talked about it, but just honoring who you are and what you're supposed to do in this world, just following your heart and your soul, like it knows the way, even though it's really scary and hard, like, and because I think doing that and trusting in that always leads me to giving and to serving others, and that's why I'm here.
Mm-hmm. Wow, what a great episode. Thank you so much for joining me. It's always so inspiring sharing these stories. To listen to the full conversation, head over to Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Remember to like and subscribe. I would love if you could leave me a 5-star review. This helps us reach and engage with more people. Join me next week, and until then, make the most of your new day.